Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Reborn here to show you a guide for Shards of Ore as a Ranger, also known as the RD, Ranger Dervish. You meet at Vlox Falls, of course, for Shards of Ore Speed Clear, SoOSC Speed Clear. I'm going to run the Prepared Shot Elite as my bar. Other people might run the other one, the other Elite, that's Expertise as well, which you can run as well. I'll be put in the description both bars, but this is the one I'm going to be running, Prepared Stance. Anyway, we just got here, we waited on the tank. So now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and wait for everybody to zone, and then we're going to start. I'm going to have my mission map up the whole time, and if I die, which I most likely will, we'll see. You can get the Beacon of Darkner if you need it, and then all you do is maintain your enchantment the whole time you're running. I'll be sure as well as to put in your weapon needed mods as well as the armor runes you need. So right now I'm just going to hover over this as I run. For your ranger, all you're going to need is a bow. Also, I'd recommend a energy enchantment. Well, I just got stuck. See, I'm talking and I just got stuck. So that ain't gonna work. Anyway, now I can explain while I watch somebody else do it. All right, anyway, so basically all you're going to need is a ranger bow for this. And my bow is showing you that you're going to need a Zealous 15 enchanted, and definitely you're going to need that Deathbane, that 20% versus undead, because 90% of the run is going to be the undead. So that's going to give you a huge potential boost for damage. So the Rangers, they ran to this position here, and you're going to wait for the assassin to pull in the AP to pull in the boss. See how the boss is here, and then you use your skills to kill it. It's that simple for level 1. So I got stupid and got blocked because I was focusing on my bow instead of actually describing, I was just trying to describe what was needed as a weapon. Also, a 20% enchanted energy staff is also recommended. I have a bone dragon staff. I like the skin, but that's not the required skin. Make sure your bow is as well as customized. So for my attributes, I have 16 expertise, a superior vigor, all blessed insignias. You have to have blessed for that extra armor. That's why you maintain conviction. Well, I run conviction. Some people would use the heart of shadow or the heart of holy flame as well that you use whenever you're spiking. But when you're running, I would maintain conviction just for the extra armor, as well as have 13 marksmanship, and your earth prayers is just going to be extra for whenever you get your con set. So anyway, now we're just going to wait on the tank to run to the destination for level 2, the assassin necro, as you see here where he's running. We're just going to wait on him. So now you're just going to chill and you wait near and outside of aggro range in the bubble after you killed the Cursed Brigand boss earlier for the key to open up that. The action starts for Rangers at level 2. The whole goal of Ranger RD for Shards of Ore is going to be just non-stop running. This is probably one of the easier speed clears you can learn because you're just understanding the concept of speed clear. Speed clear is just literally like skipping through, running through. So it's very straightforward. Go ahead, first off, get the beacon if you want the extra points for your title. I'm going to go ahead and pop apple and cupcake. Why not? I mean, I have to spare, so figured it'd be okay. To have your bow up for when you get ready to spike. A lot of people run preparations whenever they're going to spike. I don't usually run preparations for my bar, but I'll be sure to put in description of preparation. I just use a stance Serpent's Quickness for the recharge. So you're going to want to ensure you maintain your Heart of Holy Flame whenever you're spiking in. That way you give that while you're enchanted extra spike damage. That's why your bow's 15% enchanted. You're going to always be enchanted, so that's going to give you that extra damage boost. And you're literally just here spiking, waiting on the tank to group them up, and then everybody will go in together. You don't need to open that chest. You're going to wait on the assassin to group them up, pull through just like he did here, and then you're going to run through. Ebon escape I use to jump through. It's another great skill that I would recommend to use as much as possible in order to not just heal yourself and your ally, but break aggro. So usually when I run, I like to have a spear shield set or just a staff for the extra energy or armor health. That gives me a little bit of a boost to make it through without dying, or if I need energy or some extra health. So now we're going to wait here, run to this corner over here, and we're just going to wait for the graveyard to get it triggers through the tank. He's going to trigger all of the graveyard destinations in order to pop the spawn. So we're going to wait here for the tank to pop its spawn. Once it pops the spawns, he's going to group them up over here in the tombstone, most likely, depending on the tank for where it goes. But usually tank will call when he's ready for a spike, or you can go in whenever other rangers go if you're still learning. So now that we're here, we maintain a bow, ensure that we're ready to be taking the action. The goal is to get through this in a few minutes, not for like 15 minutes, just for level 2. That way it doesn't take so long. Cast your preparation now if you're running one, and then you can go in once they settle. They have almost settled. It's a little bit of a break right now. It's okay, so we can go ahead and take out the stagglers. There's always going to be a few stagglers. That happens sometimes. So now we can go ahead and take out the main group. Let's do it. We don't have a dervish this run, and we're only 7 of 8, so we're going to lack a little bit on the damage side, so it may be a little slower. But this is the gist of the run. So after you pretty much stay at range level from the enemies here, you just keep continually pressing tab or C, so you end up killing every enemy instead of skipping. Every second counts here, so maintain your enchantment the whole time you're spiking, and literally just continue to just spam your skills. This isn't probably the most efficient for damage, but this is what I like to run because I have that extra energy running prepared shot. A lot of people like to run the elite skill glassed arrows that I didn't say earlier. So go ahead and target your assassin paragon here. Well, somebody's going to run ahead, but it's okay. Usually you would target your assassin here, maintain enchantment for that extra blessed insignia armor that you get for having that insignias on your armor. Always maintain enchantment, that way you get that extra boost. Pop a shield on, shield spear if you have, or staff as well for extra armor and health. So now that we're here, we're going to go to this corner, just as you see here in the mission map, and we're going to wait again for the assassin to trigger the boss to spawn. Once the boss spawns, we're going to see him around this area somewhere, and then we're going to go ahead and spike. He uses torches to do this. Most people that have done Shards of War before, this is very straightforward and easy. For the ones that haven't, hopefully this gives you some key tips or understanding, hey, what is needed, what's expected of me as a ranger. 90% of the time on this run, you're going to need to learn more about the route for where to go than anything else. So I press tab until I got the aggro, put on my bow, and I kill it. It takes like 3 hits since you got so many rangers. Instantly dead pretty much. Now we just gotta go ahead and loop to the level 3, the final level. And we are at 4 minutes at this dungeon. I think it was level 1 dungeon was only about 3 minutes as well. And then this one can be between 4 minutes and like 9 to 12 minutes, depending on the success rate. I don't need the blessed. I don't want to be behind anyway. Let me go ahead and pop an egg or supply, cupcake, apple. You don't need any of that. No pecans are needed. I wouldn't recommend. But if you're able to afford it, yeah, go for it. All right, so maintain an enchantment here. I use conviction when I'm running through enemies. And you can Ebon escape anytime. You have to Ebon escape through, otherwise you're going to lose aggro. See how that ranger back there? He lost it. He pretty much did not use Ebon escape in time, so I'm going to use Ebon escape on him. You got to be user friendly with your alliance as you're running through. Otherwise, it's going to be iffy. Now I'm going to pop my spear shield for a little extra armor and health, just in case, hey, if something happens. Make sure you're not up front. Make sure the assassin goes first. As soon as Ebon, I might get stuck here. I hope not. Nope. I'm using Serpent's Quickness to recharge Ebon escape a little faster and use conviction again. Maintain Serpent's Quickness. See, it recharged a little faster there. That's why I use Serpent's Quickness for this area. This is usually where you get stuck if you're not careful, especially for beginners, but most of us are pretty experienced, so we aren't having much of an issue here. So now that we're here, we continue to run. I have my mission map open so you see, hey, where am I going? If you wanted to track this later, Ebon escape somebody. If you ever get confused, who do I Ebon escape? Then just press V. Press V a few times, and then you'll be able to say, okay, now I see. Hey, there's who I need to Ebon escape for your nearest ally. That's why you press the skill on your keyboard V. Yes, V, as in Vogue. All right, now we're going to go ahead and jump ahead as well here before the enemies behind us came in. And then you try to lose your bubble. Watch your bubble aggro here when you're running. Otherwise, you might get stuck. I'm pressing V just so uh-oh. Yep, I might be in trouble, guys. That shield's helping me a little bit there, though, if you noticed. Yeah, I got stuck. So that's my fault for getting stuck there. I didn't Ebon escape in time. But basically, that's what you would do is you would jet forward and run into that area. So I'm stuck here. Our AP died as well. He probably got stuck, which is okay. We'll just end up having to wipe and then restart. But that's the consideration of what you need. That's where we started from. And we had to loop through, maneuver through. Always ends up happening is somebody ends up aggroing a group on the left or right, and then they rush together. Next thing you know, both groups are colliding left and right, and we end up getting stuck in the middle. And then one or two rangers and an assassin even dies. It's not supposed to happen that way, but that ends up happening a lot because of the fact that you have the aggro bubble that ends up causing the mobs to kill us. Now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and restart. This will be about 2 minutes slower just because of this right here. This is the kind of stuff that makes Shards of War more annoying because there's so many times where if one of your party members dies, you have to have the whole party wipe if you can't res them. Or you get leave them behind and then you have to help them regardless at the end. Otherwise, you're not being a very supportive ally to your party members, and then that ends up becoming enemies because people aren't going to want to go on runs with you if you don't end up taking them or helping them get to the chest at the end. Because the ultimate goal of this is to, hey, you want to try to get the bone dragon staff that farmed at the end. Shards of War. I mean, that's the reason behind it. So see how they aggroed there? That's somebody that went and aggroed. So this time I'm going to make it. But basically, you needed to Ebon escape in time. Both of our assassins are back there, so it looks like we are okay. That ranger is stuck. He's not doing it. I was trying to help him, but he wasn't. I was going to use a scroll, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let somebody else do it. I Ebon escaped to save him there. All right. But basically, see, you got to be a team player to res people through. You shouldn't have died there if everybody stays as a group, but it's fine. So now we are in the corner here. There's going to be an enemy group here that spawns. The assassin's going to go in after he turns the last flame brazier off on, and then we're going to spike them. So immediately put your bow on again. Be ready to spike. Always maintain enchantment because that 15 enchanted damage plus the extra armor. You always want that. So I usually kill the priest first unless I see that the priest has got like a bond on. That's just how I've always done it. So you just spam away. And it's literally that simple. For this area, you gotta kill every enemy. See how the tank is keeping aggro on him. So I get low on energy, so I use prepared shot, and then it's easy piece of cake from there. You don't have to spam your enchantment, but it's nice to always maintain it. So sometimes I might use it more than it needed excessively, but that's just because I do not want to lose it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and make it to the boss. Let me put a shield on. It looks like I'm behind. That's my fault for being behind. I just press V to get close target again. We should be okay. The assassin's behind, so we're safe. All right. Let me use conviction again here. Maintain an enchantment and run through. All right. Now just Ebon escapes the AP. The ranger got stuck there, which is bad. That means one less party member means, hey, now we're going to struggle to kill him. That's one less damage ally, and we're already down one. We're 7 out of 8, so it's okay. You can do this with as little as 2 or 3 rangers. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a lot worse, but it's still possible. All right, looks like the ranger. Let's see if I can be a hero to him. Yep, I'm going to save him. See, you got to be ally friendly with your party when you're doing this. That way you don't have any kind of ifs or buts about what you need to do in order to assist other people. All right, I almost aggroed there. You want to make sure you don't aggro for this final area, and I'm about to cut the video off here because there's nothing else really new for you guys to learn or teach, besides the fact that you have to know your range aggro bubble. You do not want to get past your range bubble for your location where you spike. You see where the rangers are standing? You're able to step up and spike, and I would not recommend that. And that's the video. We'll see. I don't know for sure if we're going to kill it this time or not, but since this video, let's make it as short as possible. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Reborn from Legit out. If you'll have any questions regarding Shards of War for any profession, this is just a guide for Ranger. Feel free to comment and let me know. I'm here to help. Make sure as well to Ebon escape throughout, and make sure that you only kill the Fendi. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. 15 minutes in. Thanks for watching.